A champion jockey has made an emotional return to the scene of his biggest triumphs. 66-year-old four-time Cox Plate winner Brent Thompson jumped back in the saddle to relive his glory at Moonee Valley.
The babe is back. Now 66, once again riding Trackwork at his beloved Moonee Valley.
So I'll savour this moment for a long time.
A rock star reception from racing royalty.
Good morning.
Gay Waterhouse.
You look so cute. Now, can you do the chin strap?
Oh, easy.
Craig Williams. Damien Oliver.
Hello, mate. Any instructions? No, mate.
His first ride here in 27 years.
It's quite amazing, really.
Just 17 when he won his first Cox Plate in 1975, but most famous, his fourth.
Ready racing.
1979 on Dulcify. Today took him right back.
Well clear, Brent Thompson going for his fourth Cox Plate, and he's got it.
It was so easy to sort of relive that and visualise it. Actually, it was quite exciting.
Retiring in 2000 after a long battle with alcohol, he gave up drinking and recently started track work for trainer Kieran Marr.
You get that adrenaline rush. I suppose it's like a Formula One car driver.
Today, an old buzz returned.
It was such great to see him out there, and I'm sure he would have got plenty of enjoyment out of it as well.
It's not like trying to go out there and ride your fifth, but it's pretty close.
Nick McCallum, 7 News.
Theo Doropoulos is back with sport.
More on the scare at Moonee Valley while the top jockey is full of momentum for the Cox Plate. Welcome back. Chris Waller has accepted Via Sistina's place in the Cox Plate. That's despite this morning's scare at Moonee Valley. Remarkably, the mare and star jockey James McDonald were unharmed after a minor mistake caused major drama.
Breakfast with the best with a side of drama. Chris Waller trained Via Sistina going jockeyless for 2 laps of the Valley. The second favourite in the Cox Plate spooked.
Bandage has come loose. She stood on the bandage. Then a piece of gear's broken as she sort of tripped, and then that piece of gear has got caught up in her back leg, and that's given her a fright.
Remarkably, star jockey James McDonald was unharmed, getting straight on another horse for this morning's track work.
It's 1 in a million. So it's obviously very disappointing to happen on one of the favourites for a Cox Plate.
The 7-year-old mare checked over by her team as well as several vets with no injuries.
Chris Waller isn't ruling out Via Sistina yet. He's confident that she's okay. He'll make the call as late as possible to give her every chance in the Cox Plate.
She doesn't have a hair missing. There's no blood, no skin off.
Ben Hayes with the first pick of the Cox Plate draw, choosing to jump from barrier 2 with Everest winning jockey Craig Williams on board Mr Brightside.
He looks fantastic in the yard now. We're pretty confident we got him 100%, and we've drawn a nice barrier, got an informed jockey, so we're very confident.
But you feel that you said it was a nice barrier because Ben drew it.
Kieran Marr among those enjoying the view at track work, fresh off a history-making weekend, winning the Caulfield Cup and the Everest. Pride of Jenny seeking redemption after finishing a close second in the King Charles Stakes.
She needs to eat up. She needs to just do her work. She needs to be very bright and well, and but she was like that straight after the race. She's a horse that's right at the top of her game at the moment.
Kate Massey, 7 News.
Theo Doropoulos is here with a look ahead to sport. And Theo, there was high drama at Moonee Valley this morning.
Indeed there was, Mitch. One of the Cox Plate favourites was involved in a pretty scary incident, it must be said. Laura Spurway is live with the details. Good evening, Laura. Jockey James McDonald was thrown off Via Sistina.
It was high drama here this morning, Theo. Via Sistina doing a lap and tripping on a piece of loose gear at high speed. Jockey James McDonald was thrown to the turf. The horse then bolted around the track solo despite the best efforts of connections to stop her. She did stop running eventually, but luckily neither the horse nor McDonald were injured.
I feared the worst, that something tragically might have gone wrong. And you take comfort from that hasn't happened and that she's safe.
At least she didn't fall. She regathered herself, and she's obviously canted back around a couple of times, so she'll be fine.
Chris Waller says the mare will still be running this weekend, if you can believe that. She has passed all her vet checks at this stage, but A final call will be made on Saturday morning, Theo.
All right, good.
It was the morning that didn't quite go to plan for trainer Chris Waller and jockey James McDonald. Stepping out at Moonee Valley, Waller's highly fancied runner for Saturday's Cox Plate, Via Sistina, almost fell, dislodging McDonald. Tony Jones was there.
Breakfast with the best, but it was almost worst-case scenario for the Chris Waller stable. Via Sistina rounds the home turn when this. But the danger was far from over. Via Sistina continued galloping, the loose strapping which caused the stumble dangling from her leg, miraculously not getting wrapped up around others. Jockey James McDonald had gingerly got to his feet, stable staff courageously forming a human barrier in an effort to apprehend the mare. It was 3 laps before she finally ran out of puff.
When I first saw it, I feared the worst, that something tragically might have gone wrong. And you take comfort from that. That hasn't happened, and that she's safe.
After Waller calmed his champ down, she was given the once-over by vets, soon getting the all-clear.
The horses are unpredictable animals, and she's just got a fright, and her heart rate's back down. We've given her a nice walk. She's had a good drink, almost a bucket of water.
Needing something a little stronger perhaps for the nerves, McDonald was heading to the doctors as a precaution.
Injury-wise, you've come up okay?
Yeah, no, not too bad. Obviously a little bit sore, and I suppose when you cool down and the adrenaline stops, you'll be a little bit stiff, but no broken bones.
3 extra laps of the valley was a week's work in one morning. As such, Via Sistina will be restricted to walks and a swim. At this stage, Via Sistina will run in Saturday's Cox Plate, hoping to add her name to this honour board at the Valley, although a final decision might not be made until the morning of the race.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's great theatre, and one that I want to be part of.
Tony Jones, 9 News. Also, Cox Plate heroes, past and present, take centre stage at the Valley. As we saw earlier in the news, it was a morning of drama at Moonee Valley with Chris Waller's Via Sistina almost falling during her gallop. Regardless, she remains in the field of 9 for Saturday's Cox Plate. She did drift slightly after the start.